Thank you. Thank you. What the fuck are y'all doing in my house? Oh, ladies and gents! I know it's only midday, but you know what they say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Never tried that beer, and I'm not a fan. Oh, that makes sense. It's 2 years out of date. So the Oscars are this Sunday. And 2019 marks the first year in which I have seen all 8 Best Picture nominations. This glass is cracked. And I thought that seeing as the Oscars is in less than 24 hours, I thought I'd give both my ranking and my personal opinions on each of the Best Picture nominations, because we all know that I'm a certified film critic. And just so you know up front, these are not opinions, these are straight up 100% legitimate facts. These are the 2019 Best Picture nominations in order from worst to best. First up, we've got Black Panther. Now, I understand Black Panther has its audience, but Christ, it was so boring. It may be my least favourite superhero movie that came out in 2018.
Just as a wee side note, that is in terms of entertainment, not actual quality.
And it's a shame because I will say that there is some good stuff in there. I think this film is deserving of best score and best costume design. And I do like all the side characters. But it just feels like a superhero movie that came out in the early 2000s. I mean, there's this whole 20-minute segment towards the latter half of the movie in which Black Panther is supposedly dead. And I can guarantee you that no one was crying, no one was shocked, no one thought that he was gone forever, because they showed the Avengers Infinity War trailer immediately before the film started. However, in saying that, besides Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man Homecoming, the first film in every single Marvel character's catalogue isn't really the best. So let's hope that Black Panther 2 is actually quite good. Bohemian Rhapsody. I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? So I'm a bit of a Queen fan, and whilst I did find this film to be thoroughly entertaining from beginning to end, it was just a bit too safe. I mean, I won't act like as though I knew Freddie Mercury personally, but if you know anything about Freddie Mercury, you can sort of predict every single dramatic beat that happens within this film. I mean, this was a man that went on stage numerous times and told the entire audience to go fuck themselves. Fuck you. But because this film was rated PG-13, I guess they couldn't get away with that. Again, I do understand that this film does have its fans, and I'm a fan of this film. I'm not saying that I completely hate it. It's just that the story is way too safe. Rami Malek for Best Actor all the way though. Vice. So I've decided to switch up the location because my sister's picked the perfect time to just come barging in through the house. Now let me just say, if any of the remaining 6 films win Best Picture, I don't think I'll be that angry. Vice was a lot of fun, but clocking in at just over 2 hours and 20 minutes, this film was just a tad too long. There were some moments in here that you could have easily cut out. There were some comedic moments that I thought worked, and some that I think dragged on a bit too long. And there's long portions of this film in which the characters just spew American political jargon that I personally don't get or understand. However, besides that, I thought all the performances were very, very, very good. I liked the mockumentary style that it was going for. And the last 20 minutes were legitimately shocking. I mean, I never thought that a biopic would throw in something so unpredictable. But there's a twist in the latter half of this movie that legitimately caught me off guard. And the final monologue that Christian Bale has was one of the most uncomfortable things that I've ever seen in a cinema. If anyone besides him or Rami Malek win Best Actor, I will be throwing my shoe at my television screen. Black Klansman. My neighbour's just looked through my patio window and he's probably wondering what I'm up to. You alright, Jim? So Black Klansman was very good, but clocking in at just over 2 hours and 20 minutes, this film was just a bit too long. There were some motivational speeches thrown in during the film that were provided to us by supporting characters, and I think those scenes could have easily been cut. Not cut out of the film entirely, but just trimmed a bit, because they show the entire fucking speech. But besides that, I really love this film. I think this is the funniest Best Picture nomination out of the lot. I thought the performances were very good. I liked the whole 1970s aesthetic. The last 20 minutes were legitimately shocking and caught me off guard. And I'm feeling an extreme case of deja vu. A Star is Born. A Star is Born was very good, but clocking in at just under 2 hours and 20 minutes, this film could have easily been cut. I thought the performances were stellar across the board. The last 20 minutes were legitimately shocking. And I've said it all before, let's just get on to the next one. Roma! Roma was very good. But clocking in at just over 2 hours and 20 minutes, this film was just a bit too long. The acting was good across the board. The last 20 minutes legitimately shocked me. However, unlike all the other Best Picture nominations, this was the one that actually made me cry. I know all the Star is Born fans will probably be at my throat saying, how the fuck did that film not make you cry? But I will say that if A Star is Born went on for just an extra second, it would have got me. But there is a scene in Roma that just... The first 40 minutes were a bit slow, but the ending made it all worth it. And I'm sorry, but if this film doesn't win Best Cinematography, you can bet I'll be storming all the way over to Hollywood and kicking all the Oscar judges in the face. Beautiful and legitimately powerful, Roma was a film that, whilst being a bit too long, is one that I suggest you give a try. And before you say, oh, it's in black and white and it's in Spanish, you can meet me outside. Oh, it's getting exciting now, contain your excitement. I only have 2 more films left to talk about, so let's see which one was better than all the rest. But before we get to that, let's talk about the runner-up, which is Green Book. Yes, this film is probably the most Oscar-baity movie of the lot, but clocking in at just under 2 hours, this was the only Best Picture nomination that never had me looking at my watch. And I don't know, it just made me feel so fucking happy. I mean, everything was decent enough, it was well written, it had a decent soundtrack, the cinematography was alright. Its 2 main performances, the chemistry between Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali was just... And whilst people might think that it does get a bit Disney-ish, sorry to badmouth you there, sweetheart, it was just a feel-good fucking film. So here we are, the final film, the best film out of all the Best Picture nominees. The one that you could say is my favourite. The favourite! Besides 1 or 2 moments in which the cinematography just took me out of the film, the favourite was everything that I want in a movie. Excellent performances, a very strong female cast, with the male performances also being good. Because, you know, I'm a man, and, you know, we do everything better than women. Oh, this video is going to get flagged. But yes, this film was absolutely great. It had a wicked, dry, sharp sense of humour which I just adored. Besides the aforementioned shots that did take me a bit off guard, the rest of the cinematography had me absolutely floored. The soundtrack was weird and ominous, costumes were absolutely stunning, and it does something that I absolutely adore in films, in which it changes the audience's perception. From the beginning, the film has you rooting for one character and absolutely hating another, and then about halfway through it sort of switches your perception on them up, and it's absolutely genius how some filmmakers are able to do that. So yeah, in conclusion, The Favourite is my favourite. I've already made that joke, it's been a long day. So that's the end of my Best Picture recap. I really hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave me your ranking in the comment section down below. I mean, given the fact that I've only got 110 subscribers, I don't think any of them are going to comment. And I'll see you in a couple of days' time with my reaction to the Oscar winners.